So the open centers, we take in the definition of others, and you learn through the process, but you also teach. So remember that your impact is what gets amplified around you, right? So in that process, like for example, your open solar plexus helps me with my defined solar plexus to know my emotional self better, because you're going to amplify whatever mine is. So if mine's out of whack, I'm going to feel that when I'm around you. If I am I don't like to use the word managing because that sounds contrived, but if I am experiencing my emotional wave in a accepting and loving and beautiful way that it's meant to be, then I'm going to feel supported and amplified in the understanding of that in your presence.
Yes, that makes so much sense. So when someone, told me that, we broke up and he said, there's just too much chaos around you, it's because he wasn't at peace with himself.
Yes. Right. Now that doesn't mean that in the process of that happening, you're here to learn as well. So there are times where your fear, this is two sides, and this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm in the process of putting together a course on the centers that I'm going to offer, because I think it's really important, because there's this language out there where people blame one, like say it's all about the open centers amplifying things, or it's all about the defined centers. But as an open center who's learning how to handle that feeling, you can make things worse. So when someone is trying to heal and they are not, because none of us come into all of this with it all figured out, even where we have definition or where we have openness, whatever. So if you come in, if someone is having a difficult time and they're processing their emotional wave in a way that's not really aligned yet, and your response is to go, whoa, get that out of here, what, stop, or even in your mind be like, energetically, like, whoa, he's freaking out, I can't deal with this, I've got to put up boundaries, I've got to then what do you do when there's resistance? When you feel resistance, most people push harder. So the wave is like, no, I'm sad, I'm scared, I need your attention, right? So when you feel that crazy wave, if you can say, oh, wow, this is really intense, he's feeling a lot, this is not mine, it's not mine to fix, it's not mine to stop, it's not mine, I'm just going to hold space and know this is not me. I'm going to let it pass through me. I'm going to let them know that I'm here, but that I'm not taking it in. I'm not, or I shouldn't say not taking it in, I'm not holding it in. And that's a tricky thing, because, as we learn, as you feel that go through you, it's hard. And when you can't do it properly, instead of making them stop, that's when you say, you know what, I get you're feeling a lot, but this is a lot for me. Give me a minute. I need you to give me a minute and I'll be back. I know this is hard for you, but just, give me a minute to gather myself so I can be here for you in the way that you need me to be. And
learning with emotional authorities changed all my relationships.
Yeah, but the language, if you're in these different groups and you hear people talking about open versus defined in any of the centers, it's funny, people don't have as much hostility about the open ajna. And I think sometimes that defined ajna, open ajna thing is like this silent little thing that's just, but you don't hear people saying, oh, well, his ajna, I mean, right? You don't hear that kind of talk, but you hear it about the will or the root or the, but the open ajna amplifying the defined ajna, you can be living your whole life without your own thoughts.
I know.
Right? It's pretty scary stuff. And if
That's
that person in your life does not have very healthy thoughts,
no, and it's hard to understand that that's what's happening until you see that that's what's happening.
and then
Right.
once you do it, sometimes you get caught up in beating yourself up about it, and that's not healthy either. So holding it in gentle awareness, right?